Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues today is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Did you know that Sharing Change has given back over $12 million to local nonprofits? Your spare change really does add up. Learn more at sharingchange.org. Jennifer Sanchez joins us today from Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2, Furniture and Thrift. And did I miss you last month?
No, I saw you last month.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. It's we were talking about some of the things that went on with me, and I couldn't remember whether I was here or not.
You were here. I
think
promise.
that was right before.
It had to be right before.
Yeah.
It had to, because that's
incident.
Yeah.
So
Yes, but I was also like very beginning of the month. This is now hit like the middle because probably 4th of July.
That's
so this
right.
is even kind of an odd week for the two of us to be talking. So I feel like there was definitely a longer period between.
I think there were maybe 5 Tuesdays last month or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's exactly what it was. So I think the 30th.
4th of July and then now. So we're meeting a lot later than we normally do. So it probably feels that way. But we did talk.
So the 4th of July, I had a big blowout, shebang, didn't you?
Oh, sure. We were only open for just 5 hours. Just obviously I want to get my employees off to whatever parties that they were going to go to or whatever the celebrations that were. And of course people they're kind of done by 3 o'clock because they want to go and do their party or whatever they're going to do. But we did really well. I did like every 4th item free for the 4th of July. It went well with that. So we were happy with that.
I remember hearing your commercial about it.
Yes. So it did do good. And I've done that the last 4 years like that, and it tracks really well. We do get a number of customers that come in the morning. We make that few $100s. It just basically keeps our lights on, and then we're good to go. So it does well. I'm happy with it.
Well, we're talking about Steered Straight 2, Furniture and Thrift, and it's the thrift store on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, right before you get to Middle Tennessee Boulevard, across from where Rose's used to be and where the old Pizza Hut was and where AG's Sporting Goods is. Yeah, the little restaurant that's right in the middle, that used to be a Pizza Hut.
Okay, it's a delicious Mexican restaurant now.
Yeah, back in the day.
And then all the stuff that's moving in over there. Did you see that there's an Ollie's that's moving in across the street over there now? So Ollie's is moving in, and an O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Yeah, they're taking up like one whole end of that thing.
Yes, they are. So we're getting new neighbors.
So Ollie's, what is Ollie's?
Ollie's is another little just bargain hunt type of store.
Okay.
I know there's one in Tullahoma. I've been there a couple different times.
Yeah.
So just a bunch of stuff just for a cheaper price. So
well,
not too bad.
It's the thrifting capital of the city.
I know.
Right there.
We're just real. I'm like, so is O'Reilly's going to be like discounted thrifting also? I feel like that's kind of just our little nook right now.
Well, I mean, you move in and then you bring all kinds of people in.
They're all coming in.
So Steered Straight is in your name. And when I mention that you're here, I mentioned Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. So maybe tell us what is Steered Straight, because when people come to the store or donate to the store, they're donating to Steered Straight.
Yes, absolutely. So Steered Straight Inc., the mission part of it, it is my bosses, Michael DeLeon and his wife, Darla. But Michael goes into the schools all across the country, and he talks to students about drug and alcoholism, suicide and bullying, and also vaping, because vaping is a big deal too, especially with our younger youth. They should not be doing it. If you are vaping right now, stop it. But anyway, so he goes into schools and he talks about his story. So it starts off at 11 years old. Parents have gone through a divorce. He's an only kiddo, and it doesn't seem like anyone's really listening to him. And unfortunately, he's got a couple of abusive uncles on top of it. And the mom just kind of turns a blind eye to it because she feels like, well, it's the men in his world and they just got to toughen him up. So it's not going great for Michael at the age of 11. And he runs into an older teenager on a basketball court, and he hands him a cigarette. And that's just kind of how I got started. And then he's like, okay, well, kiddo, hey, come over to, I have a party going on this weekend. Come over to the house. And he does. He goes to the house, and that's where he gets his first beer. So it's just, it all starts at the age of 11 on what he's going through.
Became his family.
Yeah. Yeah, they did because they weren't abusing him, and they were together, even though they were dysfunctionally together. They were still together. And they were easy, comfortable, no responsibility. So just he wanted that. He was looking for that. And he had a lot of trouble in schools, but he had really good teachers and principals that kept reaching out to him and saying, Michael, let's talk. And he just kept saying, no, I'm fine. And so that's like one of his number one messages that he really uses when he goes to the schools and he talks to those assemblies. He goes, these teachers, the principal, the counselors are really, really here for you guys. When they reach out and say, hey, let's talk, please stop and talk to them. They really want to try to help you out. So he also really puts the teachers and everybody else kind of high up on a pedestal, saying, go talk to them, talk to your counselors, get that help that you're looking for. So he really works with them too in that sense. And it's a really good assembly where he talks from elementary to middle to high school. And obviously things are a little bit different for little kiddos and little ears. But yeah, I mean, he talks about his life. He talks about other lives that did get saved out of the drug and alcohol world. And he talks about lives that did not get saved, and they've passed away, and how they passed away, and what they left behind. So he talks about his story along with other stories, and then what vaping does to a young brain, and what alcoholism does, and smoke. Like he goes through it. So it's not like, just take my word for it.
Sure.
Don't do this. Here are the videos, here are the charts. So it's very much an assembly. It's very much educational. It's really getting into the heart and really showing the kids what's really going on. And there's actually little video testimonies too that will pop up on the screen also.
You mentioned, about the small ears, but I think about what my kids went through, oh gosh, over a decade ago now, in middle school versus what I was thinking about in high school, and they really didn't even compare.
No.
I mean, there's just so much pressure on kids that are so young, and it's unbelievable what they've already been exposed to, honestly.
It is super sad that there's 5th and 6th graders that are handing over vape pens because they stole mom or dad's or big siblings vape pen, or they did try something, or now it's...
And those vape pens could have THC. I mean, all kinds of things.
And then it's also the candies too. So there's gummies that look like regular candy, but it's not candy because it's laced with that THC or other drugs or fentanyl, whatever that might look like. So he gets handed over quite a bit of stuff, and he will even get stuff from little young ears too, which is really super sad. So it's all this stuff is directed to getting your kids and killing your kids, hooking them early and killing them early. Yeah. I mean, that's point blank. That's all this is. All this is out there. If you're an adult smoking, that's your adult choice. But all this is geared towards is getting them young and getting them hooked, because then they're hooked for life until they die from something. As a customer, they want that customer.
Older brother may leave a vape pen around and get picked up, but I mean, it's even... I guess from peer to peer, and
oh yeah, they share stuff. Oh yeah. And the schools are getting a little bit better. So there's actually now vape detectors in bathrooms, because that's where they're vaping. Because now the vaping company has become smart, if you want to use the word smart, into making it smokeless, or turning them into a ballpoint pen, or turning them into like your keychain. So it's it's smaller. It looks harmless. Or I've even saw a highlighter that was a vape pen.
Wow.
So now they've got a lot of schools are putting into play vape detectors. So because a lot of the times they're now smokeless, so you don't see it. And they're not doing it because they're trying to help the adult hide what they're doing. They're doing it so they can help the kid hide what they're doing
in school.
In
supplies.
school, yes. So it's absolutely ridiculous. This industry is just of the devil. So yeah, I mean, they market their flavors to get the kids. And I still remember my youngest kiddo, I think he was 12 or 13, and we walked past somebody who blew out a thing of vape, and I hold my breath right away, but he smelled it and he's like, Mom, it smelled good and smelled bad at the same time. He goes, I could smell bubble gum. I was like, exactly, honey, because they want you to be like, oh, it's bubble gum, but you can also smell that chemical at the same time. So I said, but yeah, it's that, all that stuff is to get you. It's not for us. It's not for us adults. We don't care. We don't care if something smells like or tastes like bubble gum or smells like bubble gum as an adult. It's all for the kids. But I mean, adults are doing it as well. Yeah. Well, you're an adult.
It's their prerogative, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're not here after them. If you choose to do that, that's your choice. But you need to make wiser decisions around your kids.
That was kind of going to be my point. Mm-hmm. But that's not all of it. And I think maybe there's a misconception that it's adults, kids who are following what adults are doing, and that is maybe a fraction of it, but it's not the majority of how these kids get introduced into this.
And that is very true. I mean, I had my own niece, my best friend, her daughter. It was just their bestie in the classroom that had it from somebody else, and they went into the bathroom, and my niece was hooked on it. There was about a good year she was hooked on it, and my sister did not figure it out. She thought it was molding in the house. She thought it was something wrong with her house. So she put all this work into like cleaning different areas, because they're up north. They've got basements, and her daughter was living in the basement. And it wasn't until the third time she went to the hospital because of violently throwing up, because this third time it was actually laced with something.
Wow.
That when she walked in, the doctor read everything off to my sister and told her exactly what was going on. And my sister went, what? So it wasn't her house. It wasn't all these things. She changed her diet. She was trying to get her on a health nutritionist. My sister thought it was because she believed her daughter.
Thousands of dollars.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. My sister. Yeah. Oh yeah. She spent thousands of dollars. Thinking it was health. Her gut. She thought it was her gut problems. So she was looking at all these other things, and never dawning on her that she might be picking up a vape pen and smoking vape. And then she was eventually smoking marijuana. And then eventually one of them, their third time to the hospital, it was laced with something, and the doctor just rattled everything off. And that's where my sister was like, I'm now going to kill you. and I said, I'm next in line for killing my niece. I go, hang on, let me get up there. We need to have a conversation.
Well, I hope things have taken a different direction now.
They have. She's been clean from that for a year now. So yeah. Oh my gosh.
Jennifer Sanchez with us with Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2, Furniture and Thrift. I like to spend most of our time talking about that, number one, because it's a great story. And when you shop at the store, when you donate and you take donations, and here's your chance to talk about all that. But know that what you're doing is putting people like Michael in schools to talk to kids, to hopefully, even if it's one kid at a time, get them to see the light here,
Absolutely. Yeah. Even if it's one kid at a time. I mean, there's many kids that come up to him. I mean, he gets stories after stories, and he is so looking forward to getting back in the school districts. He's already booked up through like mid-October, I believe. So we've already got schools lined up for him to get back in there. And again, he is obviously going to still take care of his health and what he's doing. And if he is not feeling well, he's got 2 guys who are ready to go that backed up to be speakers to go and help in his place. He is still doing well. He's still fighting the fight. Yeah, we're still just kind of all there. So we are looking in the future as a Michael who's living and alive. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, he's fighting the cancer fight right now. So prayers for Michael and what's going on there. And he very much wants this mission to continue. And by shopping at the store, you can help do that. And what's coming up? I guess back to school soon enough, huh?
It is. Right now, up front, we always change our theme out. And right now, it's Western, country Western summer nights. I love it. So we've got that theme going on.
Yeah.
But come next week, oh my goodness, yes, we are already setting back to school. We're getting out all the backpacks. We're getting out all the school supplies. So yeah, that's coming up next week of just setting back to school. And then the last Saturday of the month, which is actually just a couple of Saturdays away, the 25th, we're having a customer appreciation day. And that's where we have all the fun stuff like spin the wheel and win prizes and get other discounts. And we have live music. We've got Beach Bob Grove, who plays for us with his friend Rusty. They're such a cute old duo. I love watching them. So the 25th, we've got our customer appreciation day. So we're super excited about that. But yes, we would still very much appreciate shopping and your donations. And we can still do pickups on Wednesdays for you. Just give me a call at 615-896-5730. Yeah, we can still do pickups. We still need stuff. We still need your stuff.
Of course. And the donations, when you say pickup, you're talking about like the large items, like maybe someone has a nice sofa, for instance. That
Absolutely,
kind of thing.
Yeah. So that kitchen table, that armoire, that dresser, whatever that might look like, give us a call and we can talk that out. But let's say you have a couple of pieces of furniture, plus you just did a yard sale that didn't go nowhere. I'll take that yard sale stuff too. So yeah, if you've got a yard sale and you got 20 plus boxes and some bags that need to be picked up, give me a call. I'll swing by on our route and we'll get that from you.
So I know you're a thrifter.
I am.
You like to go and
I love it.
do that. And there are a lot of thrifters out there. So what makes your store different? I'm sure it's in your taste. So, but you've seen a lot. What makes your store different than others?
It is, and I do love. Actually, I just went to South Dakota for 4th of July, and I hit up 5 thrift stores there. One is the only one I liked. There's only one, and it was a non-for-profit, but they did a good job. They did the rooms. They did the old vintage room. They did a Harley, because big Harley Davidson, I guess, in that Sturgis area. Yeah. They had their own Harley spot, and they still decorated. They did a really, really good job. And I told them, I said, you guys are doing an awesome job. This looks great. I spent the most money there because I wanted to, because when it's clean and it's presented and they're nice, they were super, as soon as I walked in the door, they said hello. I walked through a couple aisles. A lady stopped me. If you're looking for anything, let me know. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I will keep my butt there, and I will shop, and I'll buy stuff I don't even need because I want to shop there. And that's exactly what my store I want to present too, is the friendliness, that you come on in, that we say hello to you, that we say goodbye to you, that it is clean, that it is organized, that we do have the different rooms to look through and shop. And if you've got questions, you can ask one of us. And if the person doesn't have the answer, they'll go find the answer. I mean, so many times I've walked into a store where it's like, hey, do you have this? No. Oh, okay. Thanks. So, I mean, or I'm not sure. I'll get the not sures. I haven't walked into one. I'm not going to go there.
But anyway, let me find out for you.
Let me find out for you. I mean, I want that. And that's what I ask of my employees. And that's what I ask of myself too, is that we've got a very friendly atmosphere. It's different looking. Yeah. When you walk in, this is not your regular Walmart, Target. It's stale. It looks a certain way. And I love how they've all kind of changed too. They're all kind of changing where they're decorating now. I think that's funny. Yeah. I think they're going away from the stale because now they're decorating. But hey, I've been ahead of that sucker. I've been ahead of decorating.
Steered straight to Furniture and Thrift, 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. That's where you'll find them. And thanks for coming today.
Thank you.